Chicken King episode, I don't even know. Chicken was on sale, man. You know we get down. I paid like $3 for like 8 of these. We hit these off with the usual suspects: garlic powder, onion powder, and of course the baking powder. This time we use, I can't touch it because I got glove on my. The Nashville hot chicken season. A lot of people asking about the seasoning. This is what it is right here. You can actually make the sauce from it too, or you can just sprinkle it on your chicken, but I just put it on there. And of course sea salt. And that is all that is on there. Let this cool for like 30 minutes. I got my glove on because I like to just make sure that everything's okay before I put it on. But these were in the fridge for about 30 to 45 minutes. Now I'm gonna drop these in the air fryer. Also, pro tip, make sure that you lift up all the little crevices on your chicken before you drop the seasoning in there. So you drop right in here, make sure you massage that in. Make sure you get all the crevices, it's very important. Get up under the skin as much as you possibly can. Now this is a personal preference. I like to put the skin side down first because these take longer to cook, and when I don't, it tends to overcook very fast, and I don't want to burn the skin, I just want to crisp it. So we're going to turn these over halfway through. Let me pop my lid on. Got the Big Boss 370. I'll put that in for about 20 minutes. 17 minutes. We're going to turn this over halfway through so we can crisp that skin off. Might take a little bit longer. You know, I cook by eyeball. It's the best I can do when it comes to recipes. Let's make a quick little pasta dish. We got a little olive oil. Then we're going to add some garlic. Always got to add the garlic. Pan's not too hot because you don't want to burn this. So I'm just going to let that get happy. Might need more garlic. I like garlic. All right, we added that in. Now we're going to add some broccoli, onions, mushrooms, red peppers, and carrots. That was my air fryer. All right, now those are working a little bit. We're going to add our bow ties right on top. Stir this bad boy up. Haven't seen me add the pasta water, but it is in there. Italy, look away. I have no Parmesan. I'm using mozzarella. Yes, I did. I'm sorry. There they are. Two Mondo. Look how big this leg is, bro. This is huge. Pause. Look at that. It's mad big. There's another one underneath there. Of course, we got the bow ties of farfalle with the aglio, garlic and oil. I don't know why I'm saying stuff in Italian. And a little bit of mixed veggies, you know, for the health. That's it. That's all. Let's go. What's going on, guys? King Trats here, back in another video on the channel. And today, I made what I just said. I'm going to get it one day, I promise. But you saw, we got the roasted chicken done in the air fryer. And we've got that pasta with the bow ties, the garlic, olive oil, aglio e olio. I don't want to start speaking Italian and all that other good stuff. But first, new food alert, new snack, new food find. You see it over here. Herr's came out with a mystery mix, which apparently, as it says on there, are 3 classic Herr's flavors in one chip. I mean, y'all could have put more chips in the bag. But no, I'm not gonna complain. Not gonna complain. This is just plain guess the chip at this point. Are they good? And I hope they're not pickle. Okay, so there's red on here. So I'm gonna guess one of them is probably barbecue. It smells like barbecue. Bro, hold up. I am not. Nope. I'm not about to clickbait, y'all. I smell it. There's dill pickle in these, bro. Nope. Not me. Not me. I'm looking at the ingredients. I know that smell when I smell it. Hold on. They almost got me. It's in there. It's in there. Listen, we ain't doing these. Nope. This is not me. Not me. Yeah, forget the review, bro. No, y'all ain't getting me. I smell it right away. I could smell, there's dill pickle in those chips. I'm telling you, I don't even know what else. All I smell is the dill pickle. If y'all don't know, I absolutely despise dill pickle. Nah, bro. No. Just, let me just, y'all know the vibes. Let me just get in here. Let's just do this. It's dripping. See the drip, drip, drip? That's how you know. It's this thing, man. I don't even know where to bite these sometimes. Oh, that's juicy, mouthed it. Like, what are we saying here? Yeah. It's just drippy. And it's hot as hell. These things finished cooking like 20 minutes ago. And they're still super hot. Do y'all see the steam? I know y'all see it. Look at that. It's good though. Great seasoning. Now make sure you get it in the crevices, in the nooks. I'm not supposed to, I should not be eating this, I'm hot. People are always like, yo, why you eat chicken so much? I am not joking. I have 3 more of these quarter sections. I put them in the freezer. I paid $3.50 for all 5. And you see how big these are? Where you feed a whole family for $3. Like, y'all, I'm from the trenches, bro. No. Not good. Try some of this pasta too. Let me get in here. Gotta let that chicken cool off. This is like one of my favorite kinds of pastas. It's so simple and easy to make, but it just hits. I know it probably like, oh, you know, here. I'm telling you, a little garlic, olive oil, salt, pepper. It's so good. Man, I swear I can eat all day. All day. I know I make some crazy pasta dishes sometimes. And, you know, a lot of that has to do with being a content creator. You gotta make like weird shit, like you do. But some of my most favorite stuff is stuff like this. Just good seasoned roasted chicken. Nice pasta, garlic, and oil. Like, this is a meal. And I know most people, like, you know, the ones that are here right now, y'all the ones that watch, like, like, I appreciate y'all. Because y'all watch, basically, no matter what I make. But it's a little different when you're doing things for content purposes. Now, I only do it to a certain extent now, you know. Big thing, like I said yesterday, like this sweetie meal, like I'm not doing it. I know that if I did it, it would get a pretty decent amount of views. Anything McDonald's does. But I don't eat Big Macs. It's a Big Mac, a 4-piece, and fries. So I just imagine the scenes when I pull up with a Big Mac with no lettuce, no pickles, and no mac sauce. It's literally a double cheeseburger with an extra patty in, which y'all roasted me for before. And I'm not here for that. I almost ate that chip bag too. I smelled it right away. So, you want my guesses for the mystery flavor? Just based off smell, I'm gonna go with dill pickle is in there. Creamy dill pickle, I don't know the flavor, I can smell it. It's strong. Ketchup and barbecue maybe. Or like a sour cream and onion, maybe. Yeah, that's my final. I'm going barbecue, sour cream and onion, and dill. Who would make dill? Like, that's not your best 3 flavors, bro. You know what I'm saying? They trolling with that. I was this close to eating it. Like, I had it near I smelled it right away. I was like, oh no. Y'all would have saw some absolute scenes. I'd have ruined my dinner. It's that half and half again. Got that Arnold Palmer, half lemonade, half iced tea. Dude, I love lemonade. Like I love. All right, we're gonna break this up. Oh, no, we're not. It's hot, man. I can't handle it. I'm trying to. Look at this. Look what you know what? We ain't trying to be cute here. Kind of juicy as hell though. I've been loving these little sections, the leg quarters. Growing up, we ate mad drumsticks. You know, when you know, living on a budget, drumsticks is the truth. Because they're really inexpensive. You can get like a whole container of drumsticks, like a big dog, for like $6. It's just hot as hell. If you hear me go, that's fat language for I'm eating it anyway. Don't act like I'm the only one that does that. Let me get my paper towel. This chicken will be messy as hell. Super juicy. Let me get in there. I can't even grab the damn chicken. I don't care. Yep, right in there. Don't act like it's just me that does that. That's. Man. I will forever eat chicken, like, as a staple. That's just the way it's gonna be. And I truly believe this too. You know, people are like, oh, well, you know, don't you have a job? Don't you? I'm like, yeah, but I don't care how much money I make. I was having this conversation today. Like, I really don't care if all of a sudden one day I was a millionaire. Yeah, I would upgrade some things. Like, 100%. You know. Like, say I got crazy amount of money. Let me know what you do. Then just grease all over my face. I don't care. We gotta do what we gotta do. There's a tissue there. I'm not just throwing it on the table. But I was having this conversation, I think it was today or yesterday. Like, if I hit the lottery, say all of a sudden overnight I was worth like 350 mil. I wouldn't stop like doing a lot of things that I'm doing now. Like, yeah, I would probably, you know, pay off my family's debt, you know, stuff like that. And possibly get, like, you know, my parents a house. You know, stuff like that. Like, I wouldn't all of a sudden start trying to live like this crazy life, eating like caviar and shit. I'll still be eating chicken and ramen noodles. You know, everything. I wouldn't all of a sudden buy an expensive car and like none of that. I'd probably get like a decent house. I mean, not that where I live isn't decent. I'm saying, like, you know, I'd get like a nice little house. But not a mansion. Even if I was a lottery winner, like, I'm being real. I wouldn't get like some crazy mansion. Like, I'd get a nice house, yeah, like nice house. You know. And I would build it the way that I would want it to look. But I would get up and go to work next day. I wouldn't stop making videos either. I'll be right here. I'd be a little upgraded, new table, right? But I'll still making videos. I'll still be eating chicken too. I'm sure a lot of you guys do, and some of you women do. But y'all probably know who like Chad Ochocinco is. If you don't, he's a retired football player. He was a very good wide receiver in the NFL for a very long time. In his era that he played in, he was one of the best. But, and if you say he wasn't, like, y'all don't really understand football. Like, don't tell me he was trash. I'm gonna throw something at you. Like, you ever watch that man's feet? Route running? Stop. Anyway, he talks about stuff like that all the time. Like, he still eats like he lives in the hood. And I'm talking how he says it. I remember the other day somebody asked him, like, you know, about like having a private chef or something like that. And he was like, yo, I still eat honey buns, cosmic brownies, you know, McDonald's. Like, he didn't change who he was. You know? He didn't start trying to do all this crazy stuff. And people clowned him when he said it. But I believe this too. He said he gets his earrings at Claire's. Claire's is like, you know, a little jewelry store. Like, they sell like cubic zirconium. I mean, I've been buying like them little earrings like that since I was in high school. And people were like, why would you do that? You can afford that. And he's like, so what? People know I can afford it. You know what I'm saying? And he's right. This pasta is off the chain. Not for real. All day. I'm trying to chicken cool down. But I'm in the same boat. Like, I bought a couple of like things, like, you know, like a couple of watches when I was younger. But at this point in my life, you know, like, I don't need any of that shit. Like, I wouldn't go and buy like a, you know, even if I had the lottery, you would not see me walking around with like a pendant, like a chain. Like, it's not me. And yes, I have a chain, but I've had it forever. And what am I supposed to do with it right now? You know what I mean? Like, most of the jewelry, if you see me rocking and stuff like that, like, I've had it forever. And I openly talked about, there was a point in my life, it was in my early 20s, when I kind of started to make a little bit of money. And there's a different feeling when you never had money. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say I was like balling, but I went from having $0. Like, I didn't have a cent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a broke college kid. I was a broke high school kid. You know, we didn't grow up with a lot of money, so all of a sudden you start making money and you start, like, it happens to a lot of people, you know. Some people don't catch it before it's too late, and some do. But I feel like I talk about money all the time. Well, this came from the whole lottery situation. Like, there's I feel like only middle class and broke people, so middle and lower class people, spend money on stupid stuff to impress their friends. Like, or like ultra wealthy where money doesn't even matter. But I have some friends who, you know, law school graduates, PhDs, you know, they make good money. And I promise you, they are the cheapest people you'll ever meet. You would think that they make like no money. Like, I have a friend who, I don't want to go too far into it, but he does really well for himself, and he drives an old ass car. Now, he's got a nice house, of course, like, but to me, like, yeah, treat yourself, but don't be stupid, bro. And there's a lot of lottery winners, because this goes back to the lottery, that literally blew it all. There's a lot of like hidden expenses that people don't see, and they don't realize that money dries up quick. Like, if you buy a multi-million-dollar home, you know how much money it costs to maintain that house? You have to maintain it. You know what the water bill is in a house with a fountain? Like, you want like the Richie Rich house with the fountain and the... This should be Gucci by now. Oh, hold on, this is gonna be good. This is the Yum Yums. This is real. The chicken had the drip, right? The drip drip. I don't know why I say things twice like that. So this pasta was sitting underneath it. Like, this right here is about to like super bang. That's the one. I might just rub this chicken on everything and eat, like just like a brush. You buy a big ass house, it costs so much money to landscape it and maintain it, like, you know, the pipes and the like property taxes, like stupid stuff. And that stuff you gotta pay for all the time. Like, you got a big ass house, your utility bill about to be a monster. And you know, $100 utility bill in a big house. And then you start buying things with no value, and you just blow through. Go on the internet. You're on the internet right now. Go on Google and look up lottery winners who went broke. There's a ton of them. Just blew through it all. You know how hard it is to spend like $400 million? Even though they do take a little bit out, right? They're gonna take a decent portion of that. So you hit the mega bucks. Say when it's all said and done, you take home like 250K, 200K, 250 million, I should say, not K. a lot of money. You're worth more than most rappers already. Most athletes. Most movie stars. Like, that's a lot of money to see in the bank. And then just look up how they blew through it. Buying like just boats like they're fun. Like a ton of houses. Like, what do you need, 10 houses for? Unless you really travel and you really like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy stuff. Now, pro athletes, there was a documentary on ESPN called Broke that talked about this too. One of the craziest things I've ever seen. And, he's doing okay for himself now. He was actually one of my favorite players when I was a kid. As a quarterback, goes by the name of Vince Young. Vince Young went to Texas when I was young. Like early 2000s, like something like that. Right when I was really like getting into college football, because I was like about to go to college to play football. So he was there from like 03 to 06, I believe. But I might be wrong. Doesn't matter. No, he definitely was. It was like 05, 06. Doesn't matter. He played one of the greatest college football games I've ever seen in my life. He was always a good player, but after that game, it like boosted his lore, his legend, because he beat USC, who at the time was coached by Pete Carroll, who coaches the Seahawks now. But that USC team in the 2000s, early 2000s, was like one of the best college football teams you've ever seen. Like, no joke. Like, team had 2 Heisman winners on it. And then, like, multiple first-round draft picks. It was just ridiculous, loaded. So, anyway, Vince Young and that Texas team. Vince Young played, like, game of his life. Balled out. Scored the winning touchdown. All this stuff. So, he ended up getting drafted by the Tennessee Titans. Won Rookie of the Year. Was on the cover of Madden. I think, like, 06 or 07, one of them. Please don't correct me. There's something around those damn years, all right? Not the point of the story. I just like to give you background. I have to paint you a picture. Anyway, his career after that kind of stalled. It didn't like nosedive, but it stalled. He won, And then it came out that he was in like a ridiculous amount of debt. And then some of the stuff he did to get into that debt. And there's one thing that always stuck with me. Now, I'm never going to tell nobody how to spend any money. But there's a story about him going to the Cheesecake Factory and spending $60,000. Do you know how much shit you'd have to buy in the Cheesecake Factory to spend $60,000? You can go to an expensive steakhouse with a lot of people. I figure, it's not a joke. You go to an expensive steakhouse and you spend $500 a head, a person. You're getting, like, stupid food. Like, and I'm talking expensive steakhouses. For $500 a person, you're getting a lot. You're ordering the tomahawk steak. On average, a plate in an expensive steakhouse will run you, depending on what you get. And I'm talking just the entree. Say I order like a 30-ounce porterhouse steak, 32 ounces. It'll probably run you like $70. And that's a lot of food. Most people ain't ordering that. You can get filet mignon, $60, usually around there. Now, if you go extravagant and get like the tomahawk, you might be spending like $1.25. You get all the sides, you get a couple bottles of wine. Like, I've seen 2 or 3 people at an expensive steakhouse eat like crazy. In fact, I was one of those 3 people. And we ate whatever we wanted. We ordered whatever we wanted. Desserts, entrees, appetizers, wine bottles, you name it. 3 people. And it was about, maybe like $800. For 3 people. So if you spend $500 a head, I'm trying to do math for you. That many people, stuff, things you would have to get for $60K. You could feed a whole Cheesecake Factory. Everybody in the restaurant while you were there. And you still wouldn't spend it. I still don't even know how it happened. But stuff like that. So a lot of people, they go out and they start spending money on extravagant things. The other thing that happens too, when you have money, well, there's 2 more things. Let me go to the second one. Is bad investments. You get some guy come up to you and be like, oh, you give me this amount of money, I'll give you this much back. So you invest in it. People invest in things like car washes, car dealerships, restaurants. They all don't pan out. Some athletes are smart with their money. Shaq is smart with his money. You ever listen to Shaq talk? I know people look at Shaq and they think he's just this fun-loving guy, but Shaq is like a business savvy, bro. Like, look it up. Shaq he don't play. LeBron James, same thing. People think LeBron James run fast, jump high, all that stuff. Look up the stuff that LeBron James has his hand in. He'll be worth $1 billion when this is all said and done. No contest. But bad investments. I read a story about a dude who invested in like a bunch of car dealerships. Lost all his money. All of it. And the third one, and this is probably the craziest one, when you go broke. The people you know. If I hit the lottery, I promise you, I ain't telling a soul. Nobody. No one. I ain't telling nobody. I'm gonna call my family, call my mom, my dad, everybody. Hey, pack your shit. Get in the car. Where you going? It's a surprise. Here's your new house. How you get it? I don't know. Everything's legit though. Here's the papers. Don't ask no questions. Because people will come out the woodwork asking you for all kinds of money. And it be cousins and shit that you have never met in your life. Now, my family, the people who was here from day one, different. I'm talking about people you have never seen in your life. Never heard of. Like, hey, you don't remember me? I seen you one time at a party when you was 6'6". That's how it be, man. So you gotta be careful. One of the hardest things that you learn as you get older. But you better learn. Always trying to kick some knowledge off, you know. Especially if you get older. Now, hopefully you all do, but when you get older and you start doing okay for yourself. You know, maybe you got that job you wanted. Whatever it is, you're chasing your dreams, whatever it is. Something you better learn real quick. You better learn how to say no. Because everybody's going to ask you for stuff, and then they ain't going to have no problem asking you. And you might get cussed out by somebody who you don't even know when you tell them that you can't pay for your so-and-so's, so-and-so's new car they want. Because they're going to come. I'm telling you. Oh, yeah, this is my cousin. Help some family out. You better learn how to say no. Because everybody going to have their hands out. And you learn a lot about people during them times. I'm telling you. I'm not going to sit there and act like I'm successful and stuff like that. But, I mean, I'm not going to say I'm not successful. That's terrible. I'm not going to act like I'm mega wealthy or stuff like that. I've witnessed this. I've witnessed this from friends who have played professionally when they came home. And I've witnessed this, as crazy as it sounds, even just being in college. Weird stuff, bro. Weird. But you got to get good at saying no. It's not the best thing in the world, especially if you're a nice-natured person. But when you're nice, don't be weak, because people are going to try to take advantage of you. They're going to try, people will take and take and take till there's nothing left and you ain't got shit for yourself. Because they don't really care about you. They care about what you can do for them. And that's not the same thing. There's a lot of people out there like that. That could be your wife, your girlfriend, your husband, whatever. They don't care about you. They care about what you do for them. That's two entirely different things. You really want to know somebody really rock with you? Tell them no. Tell them you ain't going to do that. Stop doing whatever you're doing for them if it's above and beyond and it's not being reciprocated. Now, I'm not telling you to stop treating your wife right if she does for you. Treat your wife right, dickhead. I'm talking about people who feel like they're being taken advantage of. Tell them no. If they still stick around, different. I bet they cuss you out, though. That's how they be, man. I've seen some crazy, even with say your grandma gets sick. And you're like, oh, okay, well, I'll take grandma. I've witnessed this one multiple times. I'll take grandma, or your mom, whatever. You got 3 or 4 siblings. They won't even fucking look twice at you, bro. Like, they won't help with nothing. I've seen it. And it happens a lot. So, just be careful with that stuff. And the last thing I'm going to say before I rock up out of here is, if you can count your friends on more than one hand, reevaluate, because there's a snake in the grass. This is too many. You need like 3 solid. 4 if y'all grew up together. But understand the difference between friends and acquaintances. Like, acquaintance is somebody you cool with. Like, acquaintances you don't dislike. You like them. They're cool. But that's not a friend. To me, a friend is... Say I called him at 3 o'clock in the morning. Bro, I got a flat tire. Come get me. Bet. That's a friend. I'm in trouble, man. I need your help. Whatever it is, I got you. That's a friend. An acquaintance, you ain't calling them because you know they ain't coming. You cool with them, but y'all don't rock. There's a difference between the two. So people, oh, you only... Like, I have like 2 friends, bro. Like, friends. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of acquaintances. I got love for everybody. But friends, like, if I'm really in trouble, like, I call them, they're going to be there. You know what I'm saying? And if they ain't going to be there, they ain't my friends. Because I would be there. That's reciprocating. That's what true friendship, relationship, all that is. Like, you do. And you both know that at the end of the day, like, you got your back. And if you don't got that, if you got a question, if your friend, your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, if you got a question, if they got your back, they ain't really rocking with you. You found out about a lot of people. I found out a lot about people when my house burned down when I was, like 2014, bro. I ain't hear from nobody. 2, 3 people. Right away, what you need. So, everybody else, I still love y'all. We cool. We just cool. Anyway, that was delicious. The mystery chips, there's dill pickle in them. Whew. Dodged the bullet on that one. I smell them. Shit's over here. I don't want it. We'll be back. We will definitely be doing the unfiltered. That was an L. I'm still a little upset about that. But anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully. Tomorrow's Thursday? Possibly. I'm rocking anyway. More content. I love y'all. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.